home for the next 2 weeks. Wiring up all these containers. First job though. This is absolutely work in progress. 95mm 5 core from the mains position all the way dragged to here. Then 400 amp supplies to 4 boards, 1, 2, 3 over there, and then there's another one just around the corner to feed I think 100 odd so containers, shipping containers, all for like small businesses and stuff. There's some galv trunking to go in, tray work and stuff to go in. It's all just been roughly looped in at the moment, but yeah, got a work cut out for us over the next couple of weeks. We're just having a debate on site on whether all these containers should be bonded at all electrically. You know, they're all on the ground. There's no water services. There is obviously a little DB which is supplied with conduit through the back of the container, and it's all surface conduit. Ironically, it's black conduit and all white accessories. Does my nutting, but subby life, innit? But would you bond these containers together? Do you even need to bond them? We're just having this chat now. Obviously, subby life, I don't care, I'll just do what I'm told. But what do you guys reckon? How would you if you did have to do it? Now, in regards to bonding the containers, I don't know. I had loads of messages about it, and unfortunately I haven't got a definitive answer, alright? I don't know if I'm from an era where we bonded everything, and we've since learned that, you know, we don't need to bond everything now. Radiators and window frames and sealant, tile grid, all that kind of stuff. There are no services. The supply's not too far away. It's been exported. The PME's been exported. I just, you know, you feel like you want to, because as a Sparky, you're like, wow, it's a big bit of metal, isn't it? It's got to be bonded, it's got to be bonded. But I don't know if then we would then introduce a path on it, you know, which is different to the ground outside, by bonding it to the PME back at the source. So yeah, let me know, people. So last night I did a little bit of research myself. As you saw, I probably posted a couple of pictures and snippets of the guidance notes 8 and the regs book and stuff. And that formula, which basically said if you measure between the MET, you know, and the suspected extraneous conductive part, if it's below 22,000 kilo ohms or 22,000 ohms, it is an extraneous conductive part and it requires bonding. So I got my insulation resistance tester set up and went between the MET and the containers, and I got 10,000 ohms. So that's under 22,000 ohms. So they are getting bonded. Absolutely, they're getting bonded. They are an extraneous conductive part. So that answers that question. Now, I said last night on the way home, I was like, it's a big chunk of metal. Surely it needs to be bonded, but it was really nice to actually test it and prove it, you know, using the guidance notes and using the formula, and actually being able to see it in real life terms, because sometimes you don't always get the time and to actually prove things, or you don't get the time to check it. You just automatically, I mean, admittedly my brain was right, my gut feeling was like, yeah, we should bond it, but it's really nice to actually confirm it. And so yeah, I've got a couple of pictures and videos, so I'll post them in a bit when I get home. But like, that big blue book is so you can't be expected to know everything at all times, which is why I like to do my research. Now look at this, right? For another row of containers, 1.41 meg ohms. Right, admittedly it's on one of the bolts of the door, but I do the same if I scratch off the paintwork. Right, look at that, 0.03 meg ohms, 30,000 ohms. Doesn't require to be bonded. Right. Let's go to this container over here. 1.1 meg ohm. Doesn't require bonding. Higher than 22,000 ohms. That first row that I did was 0.1, so it's 10,000 ohms, so it would require bonding. Today it is really sunny, and we're on the sea containers on the actual car park floor here. This was my suggestion for bonding the containers. So they've got the sealing washers on these tech screws on the backside, conduit adapter through into the container, but put a banjo on and a nut on, and that's all secured and tight. So the plan is when you need to bond them, just get one M6 brass nut with a ring crimp and a bit of 6mm or whatever on there, and then down and self-tap it or something to the container. But that's what we've done on all of them. That's my solution to the issue. Just putting on some metal cable ties now. Right, we've pretty much got it down to about 19 minutes per container to first fix it between the two of us. So we're doing this whole row at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these containers. We've done 5, we've got 2 more, sorry, we've done 4, we've got 2 more to go. But yeah, pretty pleased, managed to, obviously it's rinse and repeat, it's the same thing in every single cabin. I'm intrigued to see how quick we can wire and second fix these. 4 sockets, 2 switches, 2 lights, 1 emergency and 1 regular light, and then the board. And that one's all packed and ready to wire and second fix tomorrow. I've always in like 18 years, I've always wondered one day, will they come up with a better way to screw off CPC sleeving, because this is just ridiculous doing it like this each time. Fuck's sake. Don't worry, I fucking sussed it, look. I have sussed it. Now, I like fuse box just like the next Spark, but after 42 consumer units, I don't want to see another one for a little while. Alright, okay, maybe one more. Strip the armoured with the Ergo strip. We got a lighting circuit on the 6 and then the power circuit on the 10 amp with the RCD. It's purely done like this for cost. That's the setup. Client spec, black contract with white accessories. We're not going to get finished. The chippies have had delays, so there's 10 containers they haven't lined yet, so I don't think we're going to get it done by the end of this week. We'll have to come back. Oh well. Oh, I guess we'll start when you're ready then. Don't know if any of you are the same, but size of the job, and I always forget the little things like M4s or little washers and stuff like that. I always forget that. Here's me scrabbling around trying to find fucking 12 M4s to fit the last 3 lights. FYI as well, they do sell Posi M4s, which does speed things up a little bit. There's one. Yeah. I don't know what it is, you just forget about the little things and they can quickly add up in costs and stuff on jobs. So this is one of the 40 foots, this is one of the bigger ones. We've done loads of the 20 foots. I think we've done 42 of the 20 foots. Now we're just working on the 40 foots, twice as big. So we've got twice as many sockets. So 8 double sockets, board, 3 lights and a switch with 1 emergency. We've got a couple that we can do, but the rest still need to be lined. So see what we can get done. But all the testing it'll get. Beautiful. This is why I wire it like this. You've still got some lights, even though you're testing the emergency.